Welcome once again to today's class. Today we'll be looking at quadratic equation. Quadratic equation. There are different types of equation in mathematics. We have the linear equation in which the highest power of x is 1. The highest power of x is 1. We also have quadratic equation in which the highest power of x is 2. We have polynomial in which the highest power of x is greater than 2, say 3, 4, 5, 6, and what have you. Then we have simultaneous equation in which we have two different equations. Sometimes simultaneous equations could be two linears or one linear and one quadratic equation. You can see here we have equation 1 and equation 2. Please note there's a difference between an equation and an expression. An equation always has an equal sign, just like you have here, equal sign, equal sign, equal sign, and equal sign. But an expression has no equal sign. We have something like this: x squared plus 5x plus 6. That is a quadratic expression. While here we have x squared plus 5x plus 6. This is a quadratic equation. Also note that the general form of every quadratic equation is given as ax squared plus bx plus c equals 1. Ax squared plus bx plus c equals 1. Where a is the coefficient of x squared, b is the coefficient of x, and c is the constant. This is the general equation or general quadratic equation. Okay, solving a quadratic equation. Usually a quadratic equation after solving has two values. These values are generally called the roots of the equation. The values after solving a quadratic equation are called the roots of a quadratic equation. There are different methods, precisely 4 methods of solving a quadratic equation, or put differently, there are 4 methods of finding the roots of a quadratic equation. The first one is the factorization method. The second is the formula method, also known as the almighty formula. The third is the method of completing the square. Actually, if you follow through the method of completing the square, you arrive at a formula known as the almighty formula. And the last one is the graphical method. Please note, a quadratic equation could be in the following forms. A quadratic equation could be in the following forms. Now, it could be in this form whereby the roots of the quadratic equation are different. Say x is 1 and x is 3. The roots of the quadratic equation are different or are unequal. We have another form of quadratic equation in this form. This is called difference of two squares. Difference of two squares. Please note, difference of two squares usually has minus sign and not plus sign. And you have the first value, power, where we have power of 2, x having power of 2, and only a constant. We do not have any value for x with power 1. This is how it appears. Now we also have another form of quadratic equation known as perfect square. In this case, the two roots of the quadratic equation are equal. If s is 3, s will be 3. If the first s is 4, the other s will be 4. Now, I go back. The form of quadratic equation, we have a quadratic equation in this form in which the roots of the equation are unequal, they are different. We have another one called pattern square in which the roots are similar, are equal. And we have last one, difference of two square. In difference of two square, it is similar to this perfect square. The only difference is that what we have in this case, the answer here will be plus 3 and minus 3. The signs are different, but in perfect square, the values are the same and the signs are the same. We will now see how to resolve this now. Okay, let's see the first method of solving quadratic equation, which is the factorization method. Now I want you to follow step by step. Just watch the way it is solved. Now you have this x squared minus 5x plus 14 equals 0. The first thing you do is to multiply the first and the last. If you multiply x squared with 14, you have 14x squared. Then you ask yourself, what are the factors of 14? That is, what are the two values or two numbers you would multiply to give you 14x squared? If you look at it, you can multiply 14 times 1. 1 times 14. Minus 14 times minus 1. We want plus 14x squared. We want minus 1 times minus 14. Now, if you work these two, they'll give us plus 14 plus 14 plus 14. But another thing to consider is, if you have these two values, will they give you the middle value? So the factors of this that will be picked will be that factor or those factors that will give us the middle value. So if you look at this, 7 times 2 will give us this. 7 times 2 will give us 14. Sorry, this is minus sign, okay? That's minus sign. Minus sign. So 7 times 2 minus 7 times 2 will give us minus 14. Minus 2 times 7 will give us minus 14. If you add minus 7 plus 2, that will give us minus 5. If you add minus 2 plus 7, it will give us plus 5. So what we need is minus 5. So you see that this is perfect. Minus 7 times 2 will give us minus 5 when you add it. But if you multiply it, minus 7 times 2 will give us minus 14. So we pick this. So we have minus 7 and minus and 2. So just add our x there plus and import this to replace the minus 5s. So this becomes x squared minus 7x plus 2x minus 14 equals 0. Now you take this 2 by 2, take these two together, you have x squared minus 7x brackets. Then bring the sign out, take these two together, 2x minus 14. Bracket it equals 0. So you look at this now, what's common between these two? X is common, bring the x out. When you do that, we are left with x minus 7. Then we'll add this sign here plus. What is common? 2 is common. We are left with x here. 2 in minus 14 minus 7 equals 0. So this bracket, the two brackets are the same. So we pick one, x minus 7, and this x plus this sign plus 2 equals 0. Now you pick the bracket one after the other. So we pick each of the brackets now and equate to 0. S minus 7 equals 0. Implies that we bring this 7 here, it becomes S equals 7. Now pick the other bracket, x plus 2 equals 0, implies that bring this 2 here because minus 2s equals minus 2. Then we have s equals minus 2 and 7. These values are called the roots of this quadratic equation. Now, if you look at this quadratic equation, the roots are not the same. Now we'll look at another example where we have equal roots. Remember what we called the perfect square. Now this is another example where we have two equal roots. Now let's follow the process now. In this now you will understand how the process goes. We multiply this by this, we have 9s squared. The factors of 9s squared are 3 times 3. And this factor will give us 6. Because if we had used 9 times 1, if we add 9 times 1, it will give us 10. So we'll pick 3 times 3. And remember 3 times 3, the sign is positive and positive. Now add x to it. So we have 3s plus 3x. So import this to replace the middle value. So we have s squared plus 3x plus 3x plus 9 equals 0. So taking them 2 by 2, s squared plus 3s bracket. Write the sign down. We have 3x plus 9 bracket close equals 0. So what's common here? We have x. We are left with x and plus 3. Bring the sign down plus what's common here? 3. We are left with x and plus then 3 equals 0. So pick one of these brackets, see they are equal, x plus 3, close the bracket, then we pick this, open another bracket, pick this x, pick this sign plus, and this 3 equals 0. So now we equate each of these brackets with, equate them to 0. S plus 3 equals 0. Implies that s equals minus 3. If you do the same thing here, s plus 3 equals 0, implies that s equals minus 3. So s equals minus 3 twice. Now this is a very good example of a perfect square. This is the third form of quadratic equation, which I told you is called difference of two squares. Please take note. If the sign here is a positive sign, then it is not difference of two squares. For it to be difference of two squares, this constant must be a perfect square. That is a number in which you can find the square root, like 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 49, 64, 100, 121, 144, etc. To solve this, very simple. Open two brackets and equate them to 0. Now find the square root. Put a minus sign in one of them and a plus sign in the other. Now find the square root of this first value. Square root of s squared is x. Then put it on both sides or in both brackets. Then square root of 9 is what? 3. Put 3. That's that. Then equate s minus 3 equals 0. Implies that s equals 3. Then x, this one equates to 0. X plus 3 equals 0, imply that s equals minus 3. So x equals minus 3 or plus 3. Now you will see this again in this form. 4s squared minus 25 equals 0. The same thing. When you have open two brackets and equate them to 0, you have minus in one and plus in one. Now be careful here. Find the square root of the value here. The value here is 4s squared. Square root of 4 is 2. Square root of s squared is x. So you have 2s, 2x. Square root of 5 is 5. So put 5 and 5. So equate them. 2x minus 5 equals 0. Implies that if you bring this 5 here, it becomes plus 5. 2s equals 5. Now divide both sides by 2. 2x over 2 equals 5 over 2. So x equals 5 over 2. equate this to 0. 2x plus 5 equals 0 implies that bring this 5 and becomes minus 5. So 2x equals minus 5. Divide both sides by 2. 2x over 2 equals minus 5 over 2. X equals minus 5 over 2. Therefore, the root of the equation is x equals 5 over 2 or minus 5 over 2. This is an example of difference of two squares. Now, finding